Hey everyone, and welcome to Top Think. Today we're going to learn about 15 signs of emotional weakness. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Refusing vulnerability. Someone who's emotionally weak may struggle to build trusting relationships, which requires honesty, introspection, and emotional strength. In every relationship, you have to overcome emotional hurdles before you can deepen your connection. You need to be vulnerable and genuine, otherwise your relationships may stagnate and fall apart. You might hear an emotionally weak person say, "No one understands me," or "I'm different from everyone else." But difference has nothing to do with it. No one understands them because they refuse to be vulnerable. They refuse to be vulnerable because they're not strong enough to be themselves. Number 2. Shutting down. Emotionally weak people run away from difficult or emotional situations. When something is challenging or emotionally complicated, they shut down, they avoid the issue, and they pretend that nothing's wrong. Most of the time, they do it to protect themselves. They block out their problems to avoid pain or negative consequences, but nothing good comes from ignoring your problems. No matter how hard or unpleasant something seems, confronting your problems is always the answer. Number 3. Defensive feedback. Do you know someone who can't handle constructive criticism? Many people can't handle real, honest feedback. Your criticisms bruise their fragile egos, and they get defensive over the smallest things. For example, let's say you're reviewing someone's work when you catch a mistake in their writing. If this person is emotionally weak, they may have a negative reaction to your feedback. They may lash out because they're not strong enough to admit their own mistakes. Number 4. False superiority. Are your needs more important than everyone else's? Emotionally weak people are often selfish and arrogant. They take advantage of others, they neglect their loved ones, and they develop an overinflated self-image. Why? Because deep down inside, they're filled with shame, insecurity, and self-hatred. They put on a big show because they don't like themselves the way they are. They spend every moment showing off and boosting their ego, but the truth is, these people are a lot weaker than they seem. Number 5. Self-pity. Emotionally weak people often feel sorry for themselves. They act like nothing is their fault, always the victim of someone else's cruelty, so naturally they struggle to take responsibility for their words or actions. If you know someone who's emotionally weak, you may have encountered these signals before. You might have heard them say, "Why does this always happen to me?" or "I did nothing wrong." But you know that isn't true. They can't find success, happiness, or emotional strength because they're too busy passing the blame. Number 6. Resisting change. Do you struggle to make changes in your life? You may avoid uncertainties and risks because you don't believe in your ability to overcome new challenges. Oftentimes, emotionally weak people are afraid of new opportunities. You don't know what's waiting on the other side. You may be petrified of failure, so you convince yourself that you don't have what it takes. Emotionally strong people aren't afraid of the unknown. Every change creates a new opportunity for positive long-term growth. You may learn an interesting skill, you may meet someone new, you may experience a different culture or consider a new perspective. So don't be afraid of change. Don't hesitate to take risks because change, no matter how scary it sounds, will make you a stronger, more confident person. Number 7. Deserving success. What do you deserve in life? Emotionally strong people know that life isn't fair or easy. If you want something, there's only one way to get it. You need to work hard, take risks, and do your best. Along the way, there's a good chance you'll fail, maybe more than once, but an emotionally strong person chooses to pursue their dreams anyway, because failure is just another obstacle on your lifelong journey. While strong people chase their goals, emotionally weak people do just the opposite. Instead of working hard or taking risks, they just sit back and wait. They believe the universe owes them happiness or success. Unfortunately, that debt will never be paid. No matter how long you wait or how often you complain, success is never going to fall into your lap. The universe owes you nothing, and that's never going to change. Number 8. Seeking sympathy. Do you know someone who wants people to feel sorry for them? Emotionally weak people crave sympathy from others. They tell sob stories and catastrophize their lives because they want other people to pity their hardships. In other words, they're looking for attention, sympathy, and support, even if their sob stories aren't true. Emotionally strong people don't want or need to be pitied. They aren't looking for sympathy or attention, and they don't manipulate others to paint themselves in a positive light. Instead, they proudly represent who they are because emotionally strong people like and respect themselves even if no one is watching. Number 9. Holding grudges. Are you holding a grudge against someone? Are you angry about something that happened a long time ago? Holding grudges is a common sign of emotional weakness. If you don't have the courage to make compromises or find meaningful solutions, then your problems may fester in the back of your mind. You'll stay angry, you'll stay tense and stressed because you're afraid of confronting the root of your problem. Instead of holding grudges, emotionally strong people face their problems head on. They talk to the people who upset them and they find ways to move past the conflicts in their lives. Because holding a grudge is only going to make you angry and bitter. The sooner you let go, the sooner you can move on. Number 10. Ambitious impatience. Are you impatient or impulsive? Do you make big decisions without thinking through your options? These days, everyone's in a rush. You're rushing to accomplish your goals. You're rushing to find success. But rushing through life clouds your judgment and it leads you down the wrong path. The best things in life require time and patience. You can't force your dreams to come true, just like you can't create success out of thin air. It's admirable to be ambitious and motivated, but emotionally strong people don't confuse ambition with impatience. So if you really want something, give it time and be patient. Trust me, it'll be worth the wait. Number 11. Stubborn opinions. Do you know someone who refuses to change their mind? It doesn't matter how often you prove them wrong, they cling to the same undeveloped ideas. They're unable to grow or learn because they're unwilling to expand their perspective or challenge their values. They're convinced that they know everything. They assume their opinions are correct, even if they don't know why. So they cling to the things they know and attack the things they don't. Remember this, there's nothing weak about changing your mind. In fact, the strongest people are always open to new ideas that challenge their views of the world. Ultimately, no one knows everything, and few things in life are certain. Instead of making up your mind, challenge your opinions and learn what's out there. You may discover life isn't as simple or clear-cut as you thought. Number 12. Emotional suppression. Do you hide your emotions? Many people struggle to access or identify the full range of their feelings. They keep their emotions bottled up so they never experience complicated feelings or recognize deeper emotional issues. For example, you may feel angry on the outside, but you could be feeling afraid, ashamed, or disappointed on the inside. Unless you express these emotions, you'll never understand yourself or the way you feel. That's why emotionally strong people are open and expressive. They carefully examine the root causes of their emotions, and they spend time reflecting on their feelings because they want to understand themselves on a deeper level. So don't hide your emotions any longer. Don't push your feelings to the back of your mind. Instead, try to embrace a wider range of emotions. Get in touch with yourself and take responsibility for your feelings, because every emotion, even the bad ones, affects who you are. Number 13. Demanding revenge. Do you take revenge on anyone who's wronged you? Do you punish others for their mistakes? Revenge-seeking behavior is commonly associated with emotional weakness. When someone wrongs or embarrasses you, it bruises your ego, it activates your insecurities, and that causes anger or humiliation. So you hold on to those negative feelings until you can punish the other person for what they've done. But taking revenge is never the answer. No matter how many stunts you pull, your insecurities aren't going anywhere. Number 14. Blind rage. People like to sensationalize conflict and violence. You see it on television and in the real world. When people get angry, they attack or insult others, and their anger blinds them to the damage they're doing. Emotionally strong people never let their anger get the best of them. They feel rage, fear, and frustration just like everyone else, but they're strong enough to remain calm and controlled. Whenever possible, they de-escalate tense situations by neutralizing intense emotions or simply walking away, because there's nothing weak about keeping your rage under control. Number 15. Giving up. How do you respond to failure? Emotionally weak people struggle to recover from failures or disappointment. When something doesn't go their way, they don't persevere or learn from their mistakes. Instead, they crumble and give up on their goals. It takes real emotional strength to rebound from a bad situation. Failure can be frustrating, embarrassing, and even heartbreaking, but if you want something badly enough, every failure is an essential stepping stone on your path toward success. Because failure shows you what you do and what you don't know. It creates avenues for growth and improvement, and it provides essential experiences that'll help you down the road. So no matter how beat down or disappointed you feel, don't let failure get the best of you. Otherwise, your goals and dreams may slip through your fingers. Hey, thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.